used to. Because. Strange. Lectures. Came. Learn. I was used to that because my uncle Otto was a little strange sometimes. He gave lectures at the University of Hamburg. Famous. Scientist. Parents. Died. Over. Proud. He was a famous geologist. He knew more about the Earth than any other scientist. Other geologists came from all over the world to learn from him. I learned about geology from him. He was a very good teacher. When my parents died, I came to live with him. I often helped him in his work. I was proud to be the assistant of such a famous man. He started to walk up and down the room with the parchment in his hand. He looked puzzled. When he was puzzled, he usually became angry. He was getting angry now. Martha opened the door of the study. "The soup is ready, Professor," she said. "Okay," shouted my uncle. Martha closed the door and ran back to the kitchen. I followed her and sat down to dinner. I was just finishing my dinner when my uncle called my name again. I got up from the table immediately and rushed back to his study. My uncle was sitting at his desk. He was staring at the parchment. "These are runes," he said, "but the letters are mixed up. That is why I cannot understand it. It is written in a secret code. And there is something else." "What?" I asked. "The book and the parchment are not written in the same handwriting. The writing of the parchment is later than the writing of the book, therefore. I think that this parchment was written by someone who owned the book." My uncle continued to stare at the writing on the parchment. Then he used a magnifying glass to make the letters bigger. He looked at the parchment again. He pointed to a line of letters. Arn, Saknus M. He exclaimed, "Oh, that's an Icelandic name." But why should Arn, Saknus M. want to hide what he had discovered? I asked. Why should he keep it secret? I don't know, my uncle replied, but I am going to find out. I will neither eat nor sleep until I have discovered the secret. My uncle guessed that the message was written in Latin and not Icelandic. Scientists of the 16th century always wrote about their discoveries in Latin. He tried reading their letters forwards, then backwards, but they still made no sense. He hit his desk with his fist. "That's not it," he cried. "It doesn't make any sense," and he ran out of the house and slammed the door behind him. Martha and I watched him go. "He has gone without his dinner," she said. "He will starve